conversation that we can kind of have here, Tyrese, and then we'll kind of sign out of here because I know the 1 o'clock games are going to start relatively soon. The last question that I kind of want to talk about, and Justin, again, bringing it up, Sabonis. Sabonis obviously was one of the players, along with Miles Turner, that was rumored to be part of up for grabs. Like any team that is interested can go and trade for them. Um, the Celtics have been rumored to be interested in acquiring Sabonis. From what I've seen, I think a lot of people, and this is coming from Bleacher Report, and take it everything with a grain of salt here. Um,
Mhm.
I am seeing rumors that Jaylen Brown for Sabonis could happen, and I'm wondering what's your
Where are you seeing
opinion
those
of
sources?
of that. What's up?
Where are you seeing those sources?
I'm seeing this from like
Oh, I
Bleacher
see it. I
Report,
see
trade
it. I see it.
proposals, and all this other stuff. I mean, not saying that it's like definitely going to happen. It will happen, but we are getting some trade rumors from Bleacher Report talking
Uh,
about.
um, I mean, Sabonis. Uh, I don't know, man. Like honestly, if if I were trading a talent like Jalen Brown, I would probably have. I know Anthony Davis is like banged up, but that's kind of the only. I don't know, man. Like Sabonis is good, but I don't know if he can really move the needle for us like a clutch situation with Tatum. I
Hmm.
think we need someone like Dave. Even though Davis is so injury prone, that's the thing. But as far as what you were saying, that's tough, man. That's very, very, very tough. Um, I would have to do it, honestly. I would
Yeah.
have to do it because this guy's been balling, man. He's been
Hmm.
getting damn near 12 rebounds a game this year. He's been getting 8, 16, 18, 14, 24, 15. He can play high minutes. He's not injury prone. I would have to
Yeah.
pull the trigger, honestly. 6'11". I mean, I would have to pull the trigger. I mean, and then maybe in the summertime of this year, go after Bill, maybe see if he can sign and try to replace Jalen. But I think it's time to get a real big, man. Um, I like that deal, honestly. I like it.
Yeah.
Now
I
that I
mean,
think about it, I would do it.
the thing with Sabonis that you're noticing from like his career stats and just kind of like his career just moving forward, only 25 years old, so I believe around the same age as Jaylen Brown himself.
Yeah,
Uh,
same age.
he's been improving each and every year. Like I know that he's not necessarily like the best 3 point shooter, but his inside game has improved each and every year. This year he's shooting the best 2 point percentages of his career at 63%. Even effective field goal percentage, which looks at free throws included into the factor, he's averaging 59%. Like this guy um, is a 75% free throw shooter as well. Rebounding is great with 12 a game. I mean, assists, around that 4 mark. I just think that it just totally makes a lot of sense to have Sabonis for our team. The question that I worry about with Sabonis sometimes is going to be Tatum and just his shot selection and what he does offensively, because I think that teammates are going frustrating with Tatum's shot selection, with his ability to just kind of really, I would say, take the momentum away from the Boston Celtics the way that he plays sometimes. And
Mm.
if I'm one of his teammates, like I just can't continue to play with Tatum doing this stuff. So I'm curious to see if like if they do get Sabonis, is he going to be a guy that will be like, hey man, you just need to like move the ball and let's keep going, or if he's going to be a guy that's just like,
Uh,
let him do his thing.
I, I, I honestly think, um, yeah, that's a good question because I mean, Tatum, he gets kind of like I understand what you're saying, like his shot selection and everything. Because he misses a lot of shots, man, and those shots that he misses turns into opponent's points.
Hmm.
Uh, so I don't know, like Sabonis is good, but I would try to get someone like below, maybe like a Steven Adams, because he's a great rebounder, but like, um, I just don't know, man, because he needs to get his shots too, his He needs to
Yeah.
get his ball. He needs to touch the ball in order to be effective.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a tough one. I don't know, man. Like I would even look at even trading Tatum, to be honest. Um, uh, just because he's kind of I don't know, man. That's tough. Because like I said before, like the Jays are gonna have to get broken up, like in order for us to go forward,
Yeah.
because they're like the same damn player, but Jaylen Brown is more consistent. Shot selection is better. Honestly, Jaylen Brown with the bonus would probably work better than Tatum with the bonus. Um, I know we wouldn't trade Jason to Indiana. I'm just saying, like on the court, the type of player they are, they will work
Hmm.
better. Um, so I don't know. Like that's a good question. I never thought of it like that. How you were describing with Tatum, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Like the only player, I don't know. I see. See, if we get him, we're gonna have to get Bill in the summer. You know that, right? Because
Yeah.
then they're gonna say we don't have enough scoring with only Tatum. So we're for sure gonna have to get Beal to sign with us. If we get Beal, then I think we're good, and we get the bonus. But if it's just Jason and Sabonis come next year, we're screwed. It doesn't move the needle. It actually probably moves the needle back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is going to be a very interesting situation to kind of monitor when it comes to Sabonis because I, like you said, is it is it a trade that moves us forward or is it like a trade that just keeps us in the side and not really move forward or backwards? Because, like you said, I think that as much as I love Sabonis and trading him for Brown, as much as I love Brown, might be a beneficial thing. It also is a thing where it just comes down to Tatum's shot selection. Um, it comes down to the way that we just don't have any other bench players for our team. Like that's my concern with adding Sabonis because I mean I just think that there's a lot more things that we need bench wise because like I just don't think that we currently at this moment like Sabonis does not make us title contenders. It doesn't make us playoff contenders. It just keeps
would
us
you?
in a relatively same spot.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. Not to get off subject, but would you rather do this if you were the Celtics? Trade Jalen or Jordan? Yeah, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and Kevon Looney.
No, as much as I think those because I think those guys are system guys, and I think that they only work well in the system that they're in Golden State. Um, I
Yeah,
just
that's
think
true.
as much as I think that they're good players, I think that they need the same system that they had in Golden State in order to be that effective. Like, you know,
Moving the ball, and
moving the
yeah,
ball and with the way that we play, it's just not. That's just not it.
it's too
Um,
stiff. We play too stiff, man.
yeah,
Like you know, honestly, we were moving the ball better with Brad, to be honest.
yeah.
Um, but as far as going back to the original question, uh, you know, that's I don't know, man. That's tough. Um, that's a tough one. But I mean, he can't make us worse, right? Sabonis
Yeah.
can't make us worse. He's
No,
gonna make
so
us a better rebounding team.
yeah, I mean, like
You
with
know, all
him,
the
with
shots
yeah, I was gonna
Tatum's
say
not
with him
getting.
at the 4, then you have Robert Williams at the 5. Like you're gonna get some great rebounding, and you're obviously gonna get some great offense with Sabonis. It's just a matter
Al
of
Horford.
and I think you could probably trade Al Horford and see what you can get for him as well. And just
Honestly, man, like this is what I would do. Honestly, like not kind of getting off subject, but I would trade Jalen for Sabonis and then try to get Ben Simmons and probably trade Horford back to Philly, Schroeder, and maybe Grant in a first, and maybe
again,
get Thibault and Ben Simmons because I mean we're gonna need some defense too. Like
yeah,
if we could get a point guard like a Ben Simmons with Sabonis and Tatum, like we'll be solid, really solid. I would like our opportunities, but we
Yeah.
just got Marcus or trade Marcus Smart. Um, but I would like that three with us personally: Sabonis, Tatum, and Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah,
But
I would just need a Ben Simmons that's focused and a Ben Simmons that's really looking to like get better because that's my only concern with adding him on the roster is that like it'd be the same thing of just kind of like a personality and ego that I think that is almost kind of like what we talked about before with the Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood story at the beginning of the stream is that like if he can get out of his own way and really just like buy into when a coach says or like when anybody challenges him that being from the organization, not like us, people that have opinions about basketball and are not involved uh, in the game like that. Is he going to listen to those guys and really be involved in growing his game and maturing? Because that's my biggest concern going forward with this team is, do these guys buy into what they're doing? Do they buy into the system, or are they going to be a team where uh, or
yeah,
should say Simmons, is he going to be a guy that's going to like listen to them, or is he going to be a guy that says, you know what, I'm doing my
that's
thing.
true.
Why do I need to listen to you guys? And I think
Yeah,
that when you have a guy like Brad Stevens, I think that as much as he's not the coach, I think that he would have a lot of influence on Ben Simmons. But at the same time, you never know with this. Like you said, it's a new generation, man. Like this isn't the same
yeah,
one that we knew like a couple years back, where you could see how the players act. Now it's like a completely different game even 5 years
yep,
ago. So
yeah,
we'll find out,
exactly.
man.
And yeah, and not even just Brad with Ma, right? Because this guy Ma calls a lot of players out, man. So if Ben's doing something, he's gonna call Ben out, and Ben's not gonna like that. Then we're gonna be back to how he was in Philly. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's you know, but we have to do something, man. We can't just keep this team pat how it is right now. Um, some moves have some move is gonna have to be made this month or next month.
Yeah. Just trying to see here. I think Antonio Brown just got released by the Buccaneers.
Really?
Yeah, did you see what he did?
No, I did not see what he did. What did he do?
He
They
took
lost. I think they lost to the Jets.
he just
Did they
took
lose?
off he just took off his jersey, all this stuff, and just dipped out.
Whoa, yeah, I'm seeing now. Just seeing that Bryce Irons just announced Antonio Brown is no longer at Buccaneers. That was quick.
Damn, he just won a championship with them
Wow.
too, man. It's just like damn, he just
But like I say, man, like he's older, but
seems like he's always been like a me guy. And again, like I'm not trying to like. I think he does have some ooh have some CPU issues. Must be some connectivity
it was good
issues.
while it lasted. But wow,
Oh,
that's crazy. Fresh off the win.
yeah, I think that he retired mid match or he retired mid game. Um, I think
Wow.
that he's a guy that I think we should monitor and just make sure that he's getting the proper help, man. Like he's just
Yeah, man. Some of these players, I think, in the NFL, for at least, like they taken a lot of hits to the head, and I think a lot of them from that CTE, man. Like some of these players aren't good in the head, man. Like this guy Antonio Brown taking off his shirt in the middle of the game, ran off the field. Like they were still playing the game.
yeah,
This was in the third quarter. He just threw it. Look, wow. He threw everything. Yeah, man. I think some of these players in the league, man, they really need like psychologists and um stuff like that on hand because look at this guy. Yeah, man. Like this
yeah,
is what 2022 is gonna bring us, man. I don't know, man. Man, like I don't know, man. These
yeah,
players are getting out of control. First Kevin Porter, then Antonio Brown. Man, the league needs psychologists, man. I'm not joking. Like it's real. These guys' heads are not straight.
yeah, man.
And
But
it, It's crazy.
Yeah. And we were just kind of talking about the trade. So I do apologize to people that are watching this video post stream and are just like, what the heck is going on? Um,
Sorry about
with like going from like talking about a trade with Sabonis to talking see Antonio Brown just taking off his jersey, and all this other stuff. But I think we'll probably call it here, Tyrese. I kind
that.
of want to
Okay.
make sure that you are able to enjoy the Sunday afternoon games and kind of chill and do your thing. Um,
Okay.
and obviously, we talked a little bit about kind of the main topics of today, with that being the uh, big story with Kevin Porter Jr. and what happened there. This is a similar kind of situation that just happened with Antonio Brown.
Hmm.
So we'll see what goes on from there. But